Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday morning and usually I am at sales, but today, not the case. So let's do a what sold video. Enjoy. All right, so I'm back at the office real quick between doing the check-in for VBS and then coming home, getting orders ready, getting back over there to do the checkout. So that is my morning this week, all week long. It's been crazy, but it's been a lot of fun. So we've got 8 orders to do on eBay and 1 order over on Mercari. So I thought, okay, well, I'm not hitting sales this week, so let's give you guys another what sold video. And sales are still going pretty good, pretty steady. There's still lots of things to learn and different random items that are still selling right now. And I thought I would just tell you guys about them. So we're going to go in the same order as we always do, which is from the cheapest to the most expensive, or the least profit to the most profit, however you want to say it. But and 1 on Mercari, if I didn't say that. We're at probably, how much is the Mercari one? We're at almost $600. Yeah, that was 27. Oops, spoiler alert. Yeah, so we're almost to $600. But for one day, that's amazing. There's been many weeks that I'll have a whole weekend and make $600. So yeah, I'm definitely happy. All right, so the first one is this Ultimate Gaming Bundle. So this was part of a box at a garage sale. Did I film? I don't remember if I filmed that one. But there was a bunch of stuff in the garage. I don't think I did. I think it was on a Friday. And the husband was overpricing things. He had some cameras. He's like $200, $400. Like, it was out of control. But then I found this box with Wii. It had a Wii console, some games, lots of stuff in there. And the wife is like, $20. Yes, please. So I was happy with that. This was with that box. It's not a huge item because it's not name brand. It's got a lot of the extra parts that go with your Wii Sport, but it's not Wii branded, not Mario brand or Nintendo branded. So it sold for $30. That's fine. The Wii already sold because it had Wii Sports and that went for like $80. So we're well into the profit on this. And so I'm going to say a $5 cost of good just to help with numbers. But it sold for $32. Free shipping, but it's going to be super easy to ship. Just stick it in a box. All right. Then we've got a Coach wallet. This was a garage sale. So I know you guys know that I do a lot of my items at the bins, but I also do my sourcing elsewhere. That is the number one thing with eBay, is to make sure that you have multiple sources of income or sources of inventory or sources of all kinds of things. I mean, that statement can go across your entire life, and do not get to one cozy spot and only do that. That's why I will never niche down. That's why I will never just have one source of sourcing. I need to go to all the stores, all the bins. Like, it needs to have multiple ways of finding stuff, because if my bin store closes, I don't want to be like, oh man, Jennifer, you're out of luck. Like, no, I still go to garage sales and estate sales and still find many good things. That the bins is just another gravy pool. And if it ever closes, I'll be just fine. So, all right, this one, $1 at a garage sale. I mean, come on, Coach. Maybe it was $2, but it was crazy cheap. It's a Coach wallet. Yeah, and it sold for $25. So, oops, if I don't break it. All right, there we go. $24, and they paid shipping. So that was an easy one. We've got some pants. These are old. These were from, if you've been following me for any time, I had a boot dealer, and I actually drove by his house the other day, and he doesn't live there anymore. So yeah, that relationship ended probably 2-ish years ago, and he's since moved. So that's why I haven't heard from him. But I was buying a lot of his really nice gear. He had a lot of helmets, not helmets, cowboy hats, probably helmets, but I never bought any. Lots of pants, just really high-end, nice stuff. I was buying it from him for a while, and then he started realizing that he was leaving money on the table and was charging me too much, and it was no longer a beneficial relationship. So I stopped buying from him, and I still have a lot of stuff that needs to sell. So these, luckily they sold. They are William Rast. I have no idea who that is. That's probably why this took so long to sell. But men's pants, I mean, they're flawless. This guy had some really nice taste. So these really nice jeans, I probably paid 5 or 10 for. I think it's kind of the going rate of what I paid for the clothes from him. Sold for $20. So now I'm just happy to be getting rid of stuff and at least get my cost of good back. Next up is Warhammer. I love me some Warhammer. Nerdy stuff sells. This is the hottest item that will consistently sell, and it never goes out of trend. And that's any of the nerdy stuff. So it's going to be your Warhammer, your Dungeons and Dragons, your even Pokemon and them, and like what's the other one? All right, I can't think of it right now, but any of these categories are always consistent, and there's always people that collect them. So this was on $8 day at my bin, but the box was ripped. It had a little rip in the box, but you can see that the pieces inside are just fine. They're brand new. It's just the box got smushed. So they still sold for $50, $48, but we'll round. $50 for this, and I paid $8, and it sold within a couple days. I mean, I just got this on Sunday. Here we are on Thursday. So 4 days later, I'll take it. All right, next up, this was a garage sale find. This is a heavy guy. It's a fancy camping backpack. It's heavy, but it was, what did I pay for you? Backpack, $10. This was $10 at a garage sale. And this bad boy sold for $65. So I will either find a box that's big enough, or I will put it in a poly mailer. I have large poly mailers that are 24 by 24 inches. And then you just put the 24 by 24 by 1, and that's what you pay for your shipping. And it's a backpack. It's not breakable. So it can go into a nice fancy bag. But because it's so heavy, I might go ahead and box it. Thinking out loud here, but that's all right. It sold for $65 plus shipping. Yes, please. All right. People are getting ready for camping. I mean, not here because it's 100 and whatever degrees. Do not camp when it's 100 plus degrees. You will melt. All right. Next up, we've got a bins find. This one is a Bose. I don't think you say Bose because that's Bose. So I'm going Bose. It's a Bluetooth amplifier something. But this boy is brand new in here. Brand new. And I paid $15 at the bins. So it's a $15 Friday item. And it sold for $70. So that's going to be the hard part tomorrow, is I am going to have to be ninja fast at my bins. They open up at 10, and I'll be able to get over there about 9:15, 9:20. So I'll get in line, and I'll have like 30 minutes to do the store, have to check out, and then get back over to VBS. So luckily, this is only once this year, and I mean, it's what I do. So I'm going to be sad to miss a lot of tomorrow's bin stuff, but at least I get the initial rush of it. We'll see if I find anything. All right, next up, we've got a golf club. Golf is going to start picking up now that the weather is getting nicer in the rest of the world. And this one I paid up. This was $30. It's a TaylorMade, which is one of the top brands to grab for golf clubs. Upside down. But if you guys didn't know, I do have a BOLO list in the description. Be on the lookout. So I put top brands, top items to watch for as a reseller if you're starting out or wanting to grow your business. I've got a free list down below. Download that. But TaylorMade is always going to be a top brand for golf clubs. There's TaylorMade, there's Ping, there's others I can't think of right this second. But Nike, Callaway. All right, don't quiz me. But there's a lot of them. And those are the ones that you want to grab. So I paid $30 for this club, and I knew, that's all right, Jennifer, I'll pay $30 because it's going to sell for a lot more than that. And this guy, I took an offer. It sold for $100. I think I had it listed at $120, but that's all right. I need to get rid of it. I've got like 50 golf clubs that you can't see behind me or in front of me behind you, and they need to get out of here. So yeah, I'll take an offer. $100. Free shipping, but these guys only cost maybe $10 to ship. Okay, you guys, I get this question all the time. How do you ship golf clubs, Jennifer? Let me show you one more time. If I'm talking about a golf club, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to ship it. Say hello to my favorite box, okay? This is from Supply Hut. I will put a link down below. It's Amazon 4x4 by 48. These are the best boxes for golf clubs, okay? So this guy's going to fit in there. I'll be able to cut it down a few inches, save on a little bit of shipping, and that's it. Then around the head up here, I am going to put a piece of bubble wrap. I want to make sure that he doesn't get too scuffed up and scratched while he's in the box. So bubble wrap, if you've got any kind of packing stuff, all right? So wrap up the head with that. The back side here, the grip, I do put paper around it, packing paper that we all have a lot of. Put a piece of packing paper, put it in the box, tape it up, and that's it. You guys, going UPS or even USPS ground is like $10. It is so cheap to ship golf clubs. So many people don't do it because they're afraid of packing it. And I tell you, this is the easiest item to pack when you have the supplies. I also recycle a lot of boxes. So if you have anyone in your family or anyone in your a business around you that has speakers or hunting equipment, they usually have boxes that work really well with golf clubs. These are cheap. They end up being right around $1, maybe $1.50 each. But I mean, I'm getting a $70 profit on this club. I'll spend $1 on a good box. Because time is money. I could go ahead and Frankenbox and take cardboard and wrap around it, but 20 minutes later, no thank you. There is also a little hack that some people do. I used to do it, but I don't do it anymore. And that is using the USPS tube mailers. They have priority mailers, but legally you're only supposed to use USPS priority mailers to ship with USPS priority mail. You think this was a $10 shipping? It'll be like a $50 to $80 shipping if you're on priority mail, especially if it's got to go to the other end of the country. So don't do the right thing. Buy some boxes, use recycled boxes, and then you can use UPS or USPS ground. If you are using a priority mail box, you can't ship with USPS. They will ding you. You will be charged. But you could ship it with UPS or FedEx, which is that kind of gray area that I've done in the past, but it's frowned upon. Don't do it. Get boxes. Okay, off my horse. So that was that's the best of the single sales. Should I say net sale? Gross. Hold on. Now I'm getting those mixed up. All right. It's the best profit item without shipping. So this one was free shipping, sold for $100. This next item sold for less, but it's plus shipping, right? So it's going to seem like it's more of a profit, which is why it's higher up in this list. And it is this Patriot Pure Ultimate Water Filtration System, okay? So it is like the, wow, my brain is tired today. I can't think of the brand. All right, there's another company that makes it like this. I want to say it starts with a B. All right, hubby will save me and put the name on the screen. But it does this. It's a water filter, and no one knows about them. And I've found them before at sales for like $10, super cheap, and they sell really well. So this one is by Patriot Gear, Patriot Wild, Patriot somebody. I've seen this brand for household prep stuff. So this guy was $10 at my local thrift. And I mean, he's beautiful. And he's got some parts in there. So he's got some filters and grips and whatever else. And these break down, my friends. So no, I'm not shipping it in this giant box. You get to take it, flip it, and then put it in there. But I'm going to take his stuff out of it first, because I don't want that flipping and flops. But this may look like it's a giant package. It's not. So the insides will come out. I'll flip it. I'll stuff it. And then it gets to go into a smaller box. And he sold for $80. So not too shabby for a $10 buy. And last but not least goes to Macari. Round of applause for Macari, who has also been very consistent right now. And that is because I cross-list. And I use Vendoo, you guys. So in the description, there'll also be a link to Vendoo. You can get, I think the sale ended. They were doing a deal where you got 50% off of your first month. It might be the 15th of June. I'm going to double check that date, but you'll either get 50% off or you'll get 15% off. Nope, 25% off of your first month for checking it out. So I'll have the code down below of whatever the correct answer is of this. It's fun recording and not knowing my own answer, but grab Vendoo if you're wanting to cross list, because they make it so easy. Okay, now this one on Macari is a Square credit card reader. And this was on Dollar Day at my bins. It's a Square reader. So when you're using the credit card machines out at sales and people need them, I see these all the time. Like, people use these on their phone so that they can then become a credit card reader for their business. Beautiful invention. It sold for $27. So thank you, Macari. All right, you guys, I think that wraps it up. It was definitely a different Thursday than what I'm used to, but the kids are having a blast at VBS, and I highly recommend, if you don't take your kids, to check them out. If you are looking for somewhere to serve in your community, helping out at these VBSs are, I don't know, it fills your cup. And to see these kids as happy as they are and as excited, and even the teen leaders and like the teenagers that are on the dance team and all the youth groups, like everyone is having a blast, and it's so fun to be part of it. So check it out in your community if you don't already. And I hope you guys all have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you on the next one. Like and subscribe. See you there. Take care.